dělávací apka.
Hello guys and welcome everyone at the round at Interlagos, Brazil. So legendary track today, second day of qualification. Yesterday we had our winner was Grigory Andreev with 88.9. Today we will see if the best drivers from the general scoreboard will be able to top this score. And we're starting off with the first driver today, and it is Oguzhan Kabatali in a Mustang, and he's ready to go with his first quali run ever in DCGP, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty shallow initiation into the first corner. That is a very hard part of the track, and really drivers are struggling to keep a good line through these two inside clips and then outside zone 3 and inside clip 4. As you can see, there's also a wall there, and the drivers have to go, as Oguzhan did, wide into the curbs and into the last corner and the last outside zone just before the finish line. Let's go chat. Write us. How are you feeling today during these hard times of pandemic? And we have a first score, and it is 67.25 for his score. So right now he's just above a drop zone, and drop zone is just a number. Which driver currently sitting at 32nd place have? struggling into inside clip 4 and very wide, too wide, definitely too wide, into outside zone 5, so it is a first wall there. Also we've added pedals usage up, so you can see how much of a throttle and how much of a brake drivers are currently using during their runs. Maybe braking pedal is not really accurate because Assetto is working that way. If you're looking someone else, it's not showing the best as brake, but for sure throttle is working good. So it was a 71.6 for Ogusan second run. And the first run of Sam Grebnev. Yeah, I think we'll need to reconnect right now. And we will switch on to the next driver, which is Oliver Komor. We're starting with his first run today. Flick entry into the first corner. Maybe too much angle there right now. He's struggling to keep in drift through the whole corner. This is a very long one. And it's tidying up in the second one with a wall. Some corrections here and there, but he's looking good there. Maybe could be tighter a little bit. And across the finish line he goes. And it is 67.15 for his first run. He's ready for his second one. Right now, much more smooth there. Aggressive line. Maybe he could go wider there, but as I said, it is a very hard track for drivers. So if drivers didn't spend enough time for their practice, that may be an issue there, because it is looking very easy, but it is really not during their runs. So track needs a little bit more experience for the drivers, some skill and practice. So it's 69.85. And the next driver we have it's Jolene Jojo McDonald in a Supra. Nice drift militant livery there. And Jojo is ready to go with her first run. But will be definitely fight for a good score here. Nicely there and into the wall. Very, very close approach. Maybe could go wider there. Oh, some hesitation while going uphill again. And there was a too tight, I believe. And across the finish line. So she definitely has some areas of a track to improve. And it is 71.25 in the first run. So 71.25 for Jolene. Approaching into the first corner. Some hesitation in terms of the angle, but she's looking strong there. Very nice into the wall. And again, some problems during the uphill into the second wall that is wide, so that's it for her run. And some off-road donuts there. It's a 69.15 for her second run. So first one was better in judges' eyes. And we're swiftly going into the next driver, that is Fabian Grabarczyk, driving a Supra as well. Nice entry into inside clip 1, very close to that cones, and through the inside clip 2. Some hesitation there, but looking strong right now in terms of the line. And too wide, definitely too wide approach into the wall, and that will definitely cost him some points. Maybe it was even a 0, because as it was said in a briefing, driver's task is to drive as close to the wall as they can, but they cannot hit it to change their line. So if a hit changes his line, it means a point deduction for Fabian, maybe even a 0 there. Yeah, as I said, that was a 0 for his first run. He's going with his second run. Maybe he'll avoid that contact. And again, some slight contact there. He was again too close to the wall. And again a contact. So he's really taking aggressive approach, but I don't think so. That is a good choice if you want to score good points there. And it is 77.6, so that was definitely not a 0, but I guess judges were looking for that contacts, and maybe that was an issue there with his score. And the next driver we have is Brago X. So Brago, if you're watching us later on, maybe watching a replay, please contact us with your real name, because I don't know who are you right now. Maybe you are even Takumi Fujiwara, but and then again a contact with a wall. Judge judges are not very happy about that, and right now he's very off the track, so I believe, yeah, that will be a 0 for his first round. And again, very straight approach. You could see his front wheels was not even turn a bit. But he came across the finish line, so will be at points, I guess. Yeah, and that is 55.35. So that is not definitely good score for him. And the next driver is already doing his run. Is Sam Grebnev. Many Supras in that group, and it is not a very good approach into that corner. Driving straight for a moment, I guess. He's doing his last part of the track. Maybe that will be some points if judges decided that it was not a 0. No, it was a 0, so no points for him in his first run. He's got a second chance right now to get some points on the scoreboard. Wide entry into the first insect clip, but again he's having some problems, and right now he's very off the track, hitting that banners that we have at the outside of the track, so it is a 0-0 for Sam, sadly. So last person from this group. So we will have to wait for another group to come. So that was group H, now it's group E. So if you're from group E, just connect to the server and we'll come back in a second. Okay, we have I believe all or maybe most of the drivers from the next group, and we will start shortly with the next driver, that is Ryan Eldina, also a Supra, so Supra train. Yeah, someone else at the chat. No pressure at all. But as a driver, they know that it is not so easy to drive their quali runs. But right now Ryan is doing good job. Smooth transition through the wall. And into the wall number 2 and across the last corner he goes. Maybe missing that inside clip there, but I guess that will be a nice score for Ryan for his first run. Yeah, so it's 72.25 for Ryan in his first run, and we're waiting for his second. Maybe that burnouts helped him, maybe not, we will see just in a second when he will be ready for his second run, and that will be a last chance to top his 72.25 score. Let's go! He stayed on the brake very long at the initiation, but right now very aggressive approach through the outside zone number 3 and inside clip number. Oh, that was too much for him, and he almost spun out. So that will mean it is a 0 for his second run, sadly. But with this score, maybe we will see him in top 32 or Pro AM, so it is all right now about how the next drivers will go. And switching on to the next driver, again a Supra, and as a driver we have Przemek Pietrowski. So Przemek is doing his first run. Nice approach through the first corner. Good job there, very wide. Maybe right now right now he was too close to the inside of the track. As it was said in a briefing, drivers should make their transition in the middle of this corner, and then it will go better for Przemek, but sadly that will be definitely a point deduction for him. Still waiting for a score, and it is 62.7, so 62.7 for Przemek. Really good job on the inside clip 1 and the 2. In terms of line, he's doing good job there. Right now he's much wider. Whoa, he was touching a wall with his spoiler. And into the last part he goes. Yeah, he missed that outside zone, but he's doing it, and across the finish line he goes. So that will mean, I guess, a better score than the first one. Yeah, Kazakhstan is looking strong, my man. Thank you. And that was 69.9 for a second round of Przemek. And the next driver we have is Moat Al-Shani driving a Mustang, so there's a difference right now, because today we have almost Supras, one Mustang, and there is a second one right now. What is doing wide approach through this track. Looking very strong. Good job. Wide angle there, and across the finish line he goes. And that was 74.5 for his first run. As he will get better with his line, maybe he will get into 80 something. Because in terms of the angle, he's doing it well. Yeah, right now sadly he missed that inside before. Oh, and that was a contact with a wall. Get him into the straight line, and sadly will be 0 for his second round. So 74.5. And the next driver is Damian Cytarzyński. It's a difference right now because he's driving a BMW E92. Yesterday we had many drivers using this car. And as we can see, Damian did not download an update of this track, so he's ghosting through a chicane, but never mind, he's doing his run. And looking very strong right now. And that was definitely not what judges are looking for in terms of that wall. So definitely Damian will have to improve his run. And 60.3 in his first one. Some points in the first round, but I believe he will get better in the second attempt. Yeah, right now, much better. Doing wide line next to the wall. And right now he's coming up, he's too wide there. Barely doing his line. Because it was looking like he'll hit the wall and across the line with a little banner hit just after the finish line. It's a 78.4 and Damian's second run. And the next driver, and it is also a BMW, and as a driver it is Jelte Koster. Jelte is choosing very shallow line and just cut through the inside clip 1, and right now maybe 2 or 3 wheels off the track at the outside on number 3, so that will definitely not be a good score for Jelte in his first run. And across the finish line he goes. It was 43.5 in the first one, and he's ready with his second run. Much better right now. And he definitely needs to improve his run, and that is a hit, and he is going straight, so I don't think so that it will be really better score for his second run, because that may even end with a 0 there. Yep, and that was a 0 for his second run. And I believe next driver is ready, or maybe not. He's still sitting in the pits. Yeah, he woke up. And Tommy Haltov is ready with his first run. S14 there. Oh, some issues with the gearbox, I believe. Oh, and that was definitely not a good approach. Something happened really bad right there. But nevertheless, Tommy is continuing his run. Maybe he will get some practice, and before the second run will improve his entry into the first corner. Maybe he could got disrupted by his gears. But still, there's a score there, and it is 56.05 for Tommy. I could say that was a much better, but he got too wide, and that is why he is really missing inside clip too. But he's doing great work with the wall though. Yeah, definitely second part of the track was much better than the first one, cause he's really having issues with his inside clip too. Both times missed it very much. And it was 55.65. And we'll have a third Mustang today, and it is Olaf Commies. Olaf is coming with his first round today. Shallow approach to the inside clip 1, really missed that inside clip 2 and outside zone 3. Oh, that was really big correction. And that's it for his first run, sadly. And we have a score, and this is 0, so. Better, and still missing inside clip 2. Maybe he forgot about it. Oh, and that was really bad at the inside clip 4, and that will probably mean another 0. And across the finish line he goes, but I believe it will be a 0. Yeah, that was a 0 there. So that was the last guy. From this group, and we'll be waiting for another one.
got my mind on loop. I never sleep cause they smoke up in the Bugatti. I woke up in the coupe. It's a G. 35 gin and juice where I woke up feeling like Snoop. And the whole team ready about the action and we didn't come to loot. Now we didn't come to lose. A certified polymath, I am living proof. And I just kick it, I do my business, and then I visit the obituary when I hit the booth. And I did it all on my own, cause nobody showed me no love. But now they say, damn man, he's grown. You should've known. Now what is to come? They say, oh Lord. They don't really do it like us. They don't really live that life. They don't really got that buzz. So we say, oh Lord. Carpe diem. It's about time that they see how many days that I've been seasoned. And right now I'm like my mama always told me just to go for it. Every time they see me, they say, oh Lord. And it is what it is, so why you so mad at me, lad? But there's so many rappers that they all started calling me dad. You wanna battle me, somebody will end up dead. And I'm bored with the flow, oars in a boat, he better roll to death, bro. Before his boat never sail, I'm getting better still. Old money, old bread, guess I like it better still. And she's on me, dog, and I don't wear designer cause I got a better sell. You peons can be on my level, I'm clever, so be gone. I know you see the lights flash neon, bright as hell, light a bell. But we don't save these hoes. And these girls bad as hell, so we say, oh Lord. They don't really live that life. They don't really got that buzz, so we say, oh Lord. Carpe diem, it's about time that they see how many days that I've been seasoned. And right now I'm like my mama always told me just to go for it. Every time they see me, they say, oh Lord. We don't hear that jargon, what you talking about? It's my time, time to take my targets out. Make a move, pray to God you dodge a tune. Cause when I make a move, I tell everybody, move, bounce.
Okay, we had some technical issues, but we should be ready to go with the next group. The first driver is Richard Lord. Doing his run in S14. Line there. For now he's doing a great job. Let's see the last corner as he's approaching a wall. A little wider there. And he's coming through the finish line. It's a 62.6 for Richard in his first run. And he will go with a second run right now. Slowly through the chicane. Good job. Right now, very smooth. It's a correction before the inside clip number 4. And a hit at the outside zone 5. Don't know really, and it's a 0. As I was talking about improving his score, he collected that wall very, very hard, and that ended up with a 0 for him in the second round. And the next driver, and another Supra, and Alexander Yagart as a driver. Good job, very aggressive approach. Tight through the inside clip 4. Looking strong at the first wall. Let's see that transition because it's crucial. And into the last corner, very tight also, and across the finish line. So I believe it will be a nice score for Alexander. It's a 79.1 for his first score. And he's coming with the next one. Last chance to improve, and that was not a good way to start the second run. Tires off the track at the inside clip 1, and right now doing backwards into inside clip 4 while dropping one wheel and another contact. So right now probably it's just a show run, cause that's definitely not gonna be an improvement for him. It's a 45.5 in his second one, so definitely not an improvement there. And the next driver that is waiting in pits is Boris Garcia, BMW E30, so that's a different car right there. Not a common choice of the car, but really doing good job in this BMW at the previous rounds. Shallow for the first corner, but this way he got a lot of speed to go through the inside clip 4 and then transition into the outside zone 5, very, very close to the wall. So touching there, and into the last corner he goes. Some corrections there, and across the finish line. It's a 75.75 for his first run. Good job there. through the wall. Right now he avoided the contact. Looking much cleaner. Let's see the last inside clip, because before he had some issues. Right now it's looking much better, and I believe that will be definitely some point improvement for Boris in his second run. It's an 83.1, so he will be currently at the 5th place, and the next driver is already doing his run, and it is Vadim Abramov. During this season he's always at the Pro-Am. Maybe this time he will be ready to advance into the top 32, and looking good to make it. Some correction there. You could see that he lifted off his gas to make it through the corner. Still nice line though, and into the last corner and across the finish line. So in terms of line it was looking good. Maybe if he could avoid that lift-offs at the gas, and that will be definitely more points, but still very clean run for Vadim, and it is 76.3 in his first run, so 76.3, and he's ready to go with the second one. Shallow through the first corner, but right now he's on the gas all the way. Good job at the wall, and let's see right now the part where he's trouble again, and right now he's looking much better with his last corner, so it will be a definitely improvement for him. It's an 86.75, so very good score for Vadim. Right now it is a 3rd place, so I believe he will definitely go into top 32 today, but we'll still have some good guys to go. And the next driver is Bruno Montero, 180X SX, with a very nice livery. Love that Japanese style. Very wide into the inside clip 4, as I could expect. He missed that clip. Sorry, that was a clip, but right now much better. And into the last corner he goes, close to the wall there, and across the finish line. So some places to improve of his run. It's an 85.65. So right now he will be at the 5th place, but as some issues was with his first run, maybe right now he got cooler, maybe not, because he really avoided the first inside clip, but still it is a very aggressive run. Through the wall he goes. It's looking very similar to the first one. Very wide entry into the last corner. Clean section there for Bruno. Maybe if he could be better at the inside clips. 1 and 4 if I'm not mistaken. That will get a better score, but we'll still have to wait for judges to make their decision about Bruno's score. It's an 81.75 for him. And we're switching into the next driver, and it is Roman Kondratsenka. Roman also in E30 as Boris Garcia. Aggressive approach. Looking strong for the first corner. Into inside clip. And let's see right now a wall. It's a good line for him right now, but this part of the track is crucial because many guys had a nice beginning of the runs, but really messed the line at the second part. And yeah, definitely Raman could go clearer, much more cleaner there, but still it's a pretty nice run for him. Yeah, and this 79.15 for his first run. Very big feint entry into the first corner, but it's looking very good right now. And through the first corner, yeah, nicely done there. Very wide into the wall, and that was sadly a contact, but nevertheless he's going into the last corner much better right now, and across the finish line. Beside that contact, that was very good run, and that could be even better than Georgi, but definitely judges need to make some point deduction for the contact. But I guess it will be a high score for him. Yeah, it's an 85.55, so without that contact I believe we would see a 90 plus run from Raman. So good job, mate. And we're switching on to the next driver, and it's Mark O'Rourke. Mark also in BMW, but it's in 92. Also very aggressive with the course. Very careful through the wall, because this can really get you into the last part of the wall when a truck is going downhill. And it is 76.4 for Mark in his first run. Still second run to go, and last attempt to have a better score on the scoreboard, but that was not looking good. It looks like he almost got straight in the first corner, but much better at the wall with a slight tap there. And he's coming to the last corner. missed that inside clip, but I guess at this point he just said, no, never mind, it was a big correction during the first corner, and I will go just right that through the last part of the track. And it's a 57.4 in his second run, sorry. And right now we'll have to wait for the next group to join, so we'll come back in a second. And the drivers are ready. Next group. So it's Group K. And the first driver is Zaid Abu Hussein. Zaid also using a Supra today. Oh, that was a really shallow approach. And he hit that cones just between inside clip 1 and 2. But right now he's doing a good job through the last part of the track, and across the finish line he goes. Yeah, but sadly for crossing that cones, judges decided that it was a 0 in his first run. So definitely he needs to go wider there, as he's doing it, maybe slightly touching a one that is laying down there. Wide through the outside zone 3 and tight through the inside clip 4. Right now he's sliding with his spoiler through the wall. And uphill and right now downhill through the finish line. It's a 75.55 for Zaid. And next driver is Marcos Abengozar. First S13 today. If I'm not mistaken, that was S14 yesterday, but it is the first one today. Marcos is doing good right now. Looking strong, and let's see the walls, cause really this bad buddies messing around one by one. But definitely that will be a nice score for Marcos, because it was a very fluid one. Some mistakes here and there, but definitely there will be some nice points at the board to be ready for the second run. Yeah, it's an 76.5 in his first one. He's ready for the next run. It is a last chance. Dropping a tire at the initiation. And he's flying through the course right now. Alright now. Looking good, but that initiation may cost him something. It was 79.75, so definitely that was a deduction for the initiation. But still solid run for him. And the next driver and another Supra. And it's Oscar Isidorek. Good job there. He's flying right now through the track. Maybe too wide there, but yeah, as I expected, it's not so tight at the inside clip 4. But good job at the wall 1 and the second one right there, very close. And the missing last inside clip just before the finish line. It's a 71.8 for Oscar. Let's see right now, maybe he will go tighter into inside clip 4, because the first part he's doing very good. Yeah, definitely much better in terms of the line there. And good job, solid approach through the wall. And into the last corner. Some correction of the handbrake, but he's at the track still and finishing his run. I believe that will be a better score than in the first one. It's an 88.2, so Great job for Oscar. And he's already at the second place, so just below Grigori. And the next driver, Shia Makula. Also aggressive one. Through inside clips. And good job there. Maybe he could go a little bit tighter. But good job at the wall. And into the inside clip. And last outside zone, maybe one tire off. Because the drivers cannot use that curb just before the finish line. As it was clearly said in a briefing. It's an 83.55 for his first run. And he's coming second run. Also further aggressive. And just next to the wall. Yeah, definitely he will miss the inside clip there. And across the finish line, you can definitely see that this track is very demanding. And even the great drivers have problems to make a clear run during qualification today. And that was 70.8 in his second run. So next driver is Philippe Shidor. Philippe driving S14. Good job right there. Maybe he could go with a wider angle, but still nicely done. Very close to the wall he goes. And into the last corner. And across the finish line, so nice run from Philippe in his first run. But definitely he could go much more aggressive through the first corner. It's an 82.6 in the first run. And he's ready for his second run. Nicely done there. He's coming through the course. Good job at the inside clip, very tight one. Oh, and that was too much at the wall. That would be definitely a better score than in the first one. And into the last corner he goes. And across the finish line. So sadly for Philippe, it is a 0 in his second run, but still it is an 82.6 for his first run, so he's got high chance to show himself in tandems tomorrow, or maybe at Thursday during Pro AM. Right now, next driver is also S14, and it is a Nick Hank. He's taking a really different approach than the previous drivers through the first part of the track. And into the last corner he goes. It's an 82 for his first run. And he's ready for his second run. Some corrections at the outside zone 3, you could see he was going with the steering wheel left and right, left and right. Good angle through the wall. Let's see the second one. Using the inside clip and across the finish line with a flick, so that will definitely not go high in the style points, because messing with an angle so high just before the finish line, it is not very good. But still, that was 74.4. And we have next one. It's an Archie Sugar Hammer S13 Drift Militant. Nice line there. Also hesitation before outside zone with a wall, but still it is really looking very fast. It was just looking like a double speed video, because he was just flying there. And it's 83.8. So if he's gonna improve some mistakes from the first attempt, he will definitely go higher. Very nice right there. Much better transitioning than the previous one, and right now looking strong for the last corner. Yes, he goes very close to the wall, touching inside clip and across the finish line. It's an 88.65. So currently Archie is going straight into the second place. Just below Grigory, drivers are going very close to the first guy here. And the next driver we have is an Adrian Miller. Adrian also using S13. He just missed inside clip 1. and very straight approach into outside zone 3. I can see like he's fighting with the car to keep himself in line. And into the last corner, missed that clip there, and having some issues to keep himself in drift through the finish line. So definitely it is not gonna look well. It's 65.1 in the first one. As he's doing his second run. Good job there. Much better right now. Oh, some corrections there, and it's not a good choice before the last inside clip, but still he's touching it. And across the finish line he goes. It's a 72.8 for his second run. And I believe that is the last guy in this group, and it is Lauri Heinonen in S14. And another driver is missing that first inside clip. But right now much better line. Oh, maybe it's too wide there, as I was talking about a better line. But still good approach through the wall. Some correction to catch this outside zone. And the last part, yes, he did it. And it is a score, and we have 78.4 in his first round, so that was definitely case of this inside clips. Right now he was closer to the inside clip, but not definitely how it should look like. Good job there, and into the wall. And again, good job there. Let's see if he'll make a better run through. Yes, good job through the wall number 2 and across the finish line. So definitely better run than the first, and I believe we'll see some score above 80s right now. Yo, it's a 90.65. So we have a new leader there, and it is Lauri Heinonen, 90.65. So that was the last guy from this group, and we'll have to wait for another group to join. It will be a Group L. Drivers are ready, so we are. Next group is currently at the server, and we're starting with a first driver here, and it is Artur Oleś. Artur is doing his first run in S13. Nicely done for the outside zone number 3. Wide angle there. Looking really strong for the course. Yeah, close to the second wall. And into the last corner he goes, and that will be a definitely high score for Artur in his first run. And we have a score. It is 81.1 for his first run. Nice entry with a wide angle there. Much better in terms of line here. And very tight for the inside clip 4. Good job scraping this wall hard as he's coming into the last one. So handbrake pull. And across the finish line he goes. It's an 89.6, so that will be a currently second place in a score. So great stuff from Artur. And the next driver is already at the start line, and it is Adrian Chavez. Adrian with a very fast entry. He's very strong there. Good speed and into the tight part. Yes, he goes very nice. And through the wall. Good job there. As he's coming into the last part. Some pull and through the outside zone he goes maybe a little bit too wide. But just a little bit, and that is definitely a nice score for Adrian in his first run. It's a 94.1, so 94 points for Adrian in his first run, so great job. And he's ready for his second run. He definitely did his homework and practiced this track a lot. Very nicely done, just at the line. Smooth there. Maybe too much brake at the transition, but nevertheless, in terms of the line, he's looking perfect. Oh, and a little contact, and that will definitely make his run lower in terms of points, cause I could see even a 96 or something, but that run really messed up his line and he cut through the last inside clip. So it's 74.3 in his second run. And next driver also S14, and it is Piotr Polinkiewicz. Many shakes before entry. And different approach than Adrian has. Less angle than he had, definitely, but he's very aggressive. And through the last part he goes. So definitely some points at the board. It's 75.6 for Piotr. In his first run. And I believe he's ready for his second one. And again, some shaking before entry. Looking better right now, much more angle than he had. And across the finish line. It is 78.1 in his second run. And his teammate David Lipiak is ready to do his run, but he is using S13. And different approach than Piotr had. Just on the ref limiter through the whole first corner. But look at that, how close he was there. With a little tap there, but still good job. And across the finish line. So if he could improve some points at the first corner, that will be a high score. Nevertheless, it's an 87.1 in his first run, so it is still good score. And the second attempt right now, so faint entry from David. Good job. Also revving his engine there. And a little bit too much at the wall. He tried to be closer, but he was at the good proximity in the first run, but across the finish line he goes, and probably he will not make it make his score better for his second run. Oh, I was mistaken, it's a 91.75, so it was a better score. And next driver is well-known Paweł Grosz. Very wide entry, maybe it was even too much, because this is a very fast track here. And that entry may mess his line for the first part. But look at that last corner, very wide angle through the line. And still he will have a chance. Yeah, it's an 83.05 for the first one for Paweł, but I'm sure that he will improve his score right now. Also very wide angle, but right now in terms of a line it's much better. Nice job at the inside clip. And into the wall he goes, very close one. And in second one, some correction with a handbrake, but still solid run from Pavel, and it will be a good score for sure for his second run. It's an 86.3 for his second run. And we have next one, and it is Leonid Kabirov, also driving S14. Aggressive entry and looking very strong through the first corner. That he's just at the throttle all the time. Maybe he will lift right now, yeah, but just for a second. And across the finish line. It's 78.9 for his first run. And the second attempt of Leonid. Love his aggressive approach. He's doing just 100%. Aggression is the key for him, but he's missing that inside clip 4. And that is not good for line points, because it's 60 points just for line. And you can just lose it like that, as Leonid did, missing that outside zone and then missing inside clip. And I believe that will hurt him a lot in terms of line points. It's a 64.3. So 64.3. Another driver, and it is Daniel Buchalik, also driving RPMT S14. Into the first corner. Well, that was big correction. He was too wide, definitely. And that ended up in the wall. Sadly, that means it is a 0 for Daniel in his first run. Even he did not finish this run, but still he has a second chance. And he's ready. His second run. Let's see right now. We'll go with a much safer approach. Yeah, but still very wide. Oh, that was big correction. He got a straight line. And that's not a good news for him. Because judges, yeah, that is a 0 for his second run. So sadly for Daniel, it is a double 0. And straight into the next driver, it is Łukasz Tasiemski. Nice entry there. Very wide, maybe too wide, dropping 1 or 2 tires there, I'm not sure. And backwards entry into the inside clip. I don't think so, that judges will like that approach. And too wide, almost hitting that wall. Baby, that was really close there. And he could ended up his run just like that. It's an 72.4 for his first run. Second attempt. He will definitely need to improve if he wants to take part in tandems. Still very wide, but much better there. The inside clip. And better line for the wall number 2 and into the last part. Yep, that's it for him, but it is definitely better score than in the first one. It's an 82.1 for his second run. So 82 for Łukasz, and the next driver, and it will be a last driver from this group, is Victor Lacheras. Victor, that is a guy that we all know from his flying wing. Spoiler, as you want. He's doing solid run. Fulfilling all judges' needs. And it's 88.05. So good score for Victor for his first run. And right now he'll definitely do something special. Even more improve his run. Let's see if we will get some 90s. It is really possible, because right now he's doing a great job. And into the last corner he goes. And across the finish line. So I guess that will be a better score for his second one. It's an 89.95. So he will be currently at the 4th spot at the quali. As I said, it was the last driver from this group. That means we only have 2 groups left. And the last group for guys that were late, so we'll have to just wait for drivers to connect and we'll be ready to go. And the first driver from this group is JP van der Spoy. JP using S13. Cutting that inside clip there. And he's on the ref limiter. Some corrections and that may ended really bad in the wall, but somehow he managed to get through safely. And he's coming into the last part. Yeah, nice job. A little bit too wide there, and across the finish line he goes. It's a 75.4 for his first run. Yeah, and he's doing his second run. weird approach into the first inside clip. But right now, much better approach. Without any hesitation there. And across the finish line. It's a 79.75. And the next driver is Piotr Wenda. Cutting inside clip number 1. Right now he's on the throttle. He's going into a last corner. So handbrake through there. And across the finish line. It's an 80.9 for his first run. Let's see his second run. Right now much better. Avoided the contact with the inside clip. Looking good right now. Into the wall, very close and clean. Transition to the last corner, very close to second wall, close to inside clip, and across the finish line. It's a 91.65, so he will be currently at the third spot of qualification. And let's go with the next driver, and it is Wojciech Gąsawski. Last round he was second at quali, so maybe right now he will also pull something incredible from his quali run. Touching that cone between inside clip 1 and 2. Oh, some correction there. Just after outside zone 3. But right now it's much cleaner. And through the finish line. It's 78.35 in his first run, so definitely a room to improve, because as you can see right now 78.1 is a drop zone. Much better, and the same one, he's touching the cone. Yeah, and he avoided correction before inside clip 4. Very, very close to the wall. And a very big hit right now. So it will cost him some points, because it was a hard one. And across the finish line. It's 73.25, so that was not an improvement there, and as you can see, he's right now sitting at the drop zone. And the next driver is Ali Arslan. He's ready to go his first run. Very aggressive one. Lot of speed there. Very close approach. It was, his bumper was just on the wall at the entry. Nicely done there, and across the finish line. It's a 92.6 for Ali for his first run. So another score above 90s. And he's ready for the second run. Oh, he's right now very off the line at the inside clip 1. Still very nice through the wall. Into the last corner and across the finish line, so that will definitely not be a better score, as you could clearly see he missed inside clip 1 by kilometers. Yeah, but it was 74.85 in his second score. Next driver is Ari Harkala, also S14. Touching a cone, step right down there. Correction at the outside zone 3. Oh! And that will end up his run for sure. Still, he will have a chance in his second run, because for the first one he sadly got a 0. Done right now, avoided that cone just at the red line, missing inside clip number 4. But right now he's looking strong. Oh, too close to the wall. and that will mean a second 0 for Ari, and we'll definitely not see him during tandems this round. Double 0 means you're done, mate. The next driver we're waiting for is Mats Roland. We know this guy from a good quali runs, but right now he's having some issues with his force feedback, and he will come back in a second. But before his run, we will see Adam Gron doing his one. He started with his first run today. We know him from big angles. Let's see if he can pull some. Yes, he's doing it right now. Big angle for inside clip number 4 and across the... Oh, that was a contact at the wall, and it means that Adam will get a 0 in his first quali run. Still had the chance in the second, but that will be definitely stressing point for Adam to pull good run. When you have a 0 in the first one, it is much more harder. Let's see the second one. Good job there. And into inside clip 4. Almost spun out, but he's still at the line. Good job there. And into inside clip. And last outside zone, going with one wheel off. And we'll have to wait for judges' score. It's an 85.9 for his second run. And we're heading into a next driver. That is Paweł Korpoliński. Paweł is doing his first run. Good job there. Looking strong in this first run. Nice line through the wall. And into the last corner, very close one. And into the last outside zone and the finish line. So that will definitely be a high score for Paweł in his first run. It's an 88.7 in his first one. He's ready to get a better score maybe in the second one. Very aggressive through the first corner. Good job at inside clip number 4. Nice on the wall there. And through the wall he goes. And across the finish line, so I believe that will be a better score for Paweł. Because for line points I cannot see bigger point deduction. It's a 93.8, so Paweł will go straight into the second spot. The next driver we have is Ander Garayar. Good job from Ander. Maybe he could a little bit tighter at the inside clip number 4. But still nice run and definitely be high on points. Even with a small mistakes that he did. Yep, it's a 90.2 for Ander in his first run. So, if he can improve his mistakes, definitely go higher with his score. Good job there. Much more tighter. And good job with the wall. Nice there. As he goes through the last outside zone and across the finish line. It's a 90.8 for his second run. So it was a better score, but not much. Still above 90, so his place in top 32 tomorrow is safe. And the next driver is Mats Roland. Hopefully right now he will not have any issues with force feedback. He's coming with his first run. As I said before, he's also the guy to look during qualification. Look at that angle. Maybe that cost his line a little bit, but it was really spectacular one. And To the last corner he goes. And across the finish line. It was 82.8 for his first run. So 82.8, and definitely he's got a chance to make it above 90s even. As he's trying to do so right now. Left foot braking and the inside clip number 4. But look at that angle he's pulling through the wall. Good job there. And across the finish line. It's an 86.7 for the second run. And right now we have Krzysztof Dziadoń with his first quali run. As you could see, he's doing it well. Also pulling big angle there. Oh, that was really big hit from Krzysztof. And he's going into the last corner. And across the finish line. That was 78 for Krzysztof in his first quali run. So definitely if he wants to go tomorrow in main event, he will need to go above 80s. And across the finish line. It's an 88.85 for his second run. So that's it for this group, and we're waiting for the last group to join.
deployment set up on my ottoman. I don't give a damn like a auto with no time to kill. I've been feeling like the opposite of work. It's a work and it never been a purposeful thing to me. I just do what I love and it works for me. So I'm freaking every check and put the money in the pushing. Ready to be gunning to the finish and the getting of it. But everybody know I'm working in the sky. I do it differently. So only time will give me everything that I deserve. My id.
Sorry guys, we had some technical issues because JP Vanderspoor just changed his nickname and that really messed up our application. That is why we had to fix it, and we'll be ready to go. And that's the last group today. And the first driver we have in this group is Dominic Blair. He's right now doing his first quali run. Good job right there. Next to the wall, scrubbing with his bumper. And he's straight going into the last corner and across the finish line. It's an 88.6 for his first quali run. And he's starting with his second quali run. Much better right now, much more smooth. He's right now going through the course. Good job there. And it is looking like we'll see score above 90s for sure for this run. It's 89.05 for his second run, sorry. And the next driver is Tikon Poleski, doing his first run in quali. Good job there. Move through the inside clip number 4 and outside zone number 5. Close to that wall and the inside clip and across the finish line. It's 93.55 for his first run, so he will be currently at the third spot, and he's ready with his second one. Aggressive approach, flying right now through the course. Very nice there. Doing smooth much speed. Just incredible things right now. And across the finish line. It's a 95.45, sorry. And right now Ticon is our new leader. So 95.45. And the next driver is Alan Hines in S13. Looking to tap Ticon's score. Good job there. Pulling nice angle. Very, very close to the wall. And for the wall number 2 we have a slight tap there. And across the finish line. It's a 95.1, so he's very, very close to Ticon. Missing only 2.35 to make it the top score. Nicely done there. And again, he's flying right now. Very smooth there. And into the wall, just having a bumper in the wall. Maybe right now he will avoid that contact with the wall. Just a tap there. Changed his line a little bit, cause I could see even a better run to this point. A little bit too wide into the last corner. And that tap changed his trajectory. It's an 83.15 for his second run. And the next driver is a Kyle Woods. Let's see Kyle right now in his first quali run. Having some issues after the initiation. And a contact with the wall. Missing a line and across the finish one. It's a 77.6 in his first run. So maybe he has to improve his run a lot to be in the main event tomorrow. Yes, he's doing it much better right now. Very close to the wall. holding a handbrake a lot to carry himself through the last corner and across the finish line. It's an 88.3 in his second run. So the next driver will be Alexander Holstner, currently second driver in general scoreboard. Looking for some nice quali run, but not like that, cutting inside clip with one wheel. But he's holding his line nicely through the wall. Very nice through the wall, number 2. And little bit too wide just before the finish line. It's 81.15 for Alexander Holstner right now. So he needs to improve because right now he's just below a drop zone. Better. Let's see the last part because he made some mistakes there. Good job right now. And across the finish line. And that will be definitely a better score than the first one. It's an 83.1, so he's just above the drop zone, but not very much. And the driver that is right now at the first place of general scoreboard, Krzysztof Rypina, doing his first quali run. And looking good. The inside clip number 4 and touching a wall a little bit on the entry, going into the last corner, into the last inside clip and the last outside zone. It's an 86.65 for his first quali run. And let's see the second one from Krzysztof. Good job right there. Almost going straight through the outside zone number 3. All around this wall. And across the finish line. That's 91.4 for his second run. And the next driver we have is Gerard Sanchez. Having an initiation into the first corner. Good job there. Maybe too much angle there at the beginning of that corner, and a top, and again a top. Going into the last corner and across the finish line. It's 69.25 for his first run. So that was second run of Gerard. And it is a 66.55, and that was the last guy from this group. So right now we'll wait a bit and the server will get a restart, and then will be a chance for drivers to connect that were late for this group.
I'm daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true stock trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A bomb race sky high. Check the movement is here, yeah. It's one shot, now the future is yours. Go. Yeah. It's one shot, now the future is yours. It's one shot. Reality in the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the bars in the brakes.
And let's go with the first driver at the last group. So it is a group for guys that were late for the previous groups today or maybe yesterday, and it is Shirik Asari right now doing his run. Making some mistakes, so definitely there will be some pointed action there. Was 67.1 in his first one. He's missing some points there in the line. Right now pulling nice angle just after the wall. Inside clip and outside zone he goes. It's a 72.65 in his second run. The next driver we have is Adrian Ziemba. Cutting a line a little bit with inside clip number 1, missing outside zone number 3, and cutting inside clip number 4, so that will be a solid action for him. Right now, nice job at the wall. Into wall number 2, some correction before inside clip and across the finish line. It's a 64.65 for Adrian in his first quali run. Let's see the second one. Right now he avoided that inside clip number 1, missing inside clip number 2, missing also outside zone number 3. Across the wall he goes and into the last part, so wall number 2 right now, and inside clip and outside zone. So that will be it for Adrian in his both quali runs. It's a 66.55 for his second quali run. The next driver we have is Sultan, driving a Mustang. And let's go with this first quali run. Now, so the track almost spinning it out at the inside clip number 4. Right into the curbs and into the last corner. And across the finish line. It's a 69.25 in his first quali run. Very wide initiation using on the track and a bit of the grass. Angle for the inside clip number 4 and shallow around for the outside zone number 5. Coming into the last inside clip and outside zone. It's a 65.75 for his second run. Next driver will be Oliver Hood. Oliver is ready with his first quali run. Big flick entry, missing inside clip number 1. And into outside zone number 3. Nicely done at the wall. Was very close at the entry. And across the finish line. It's a 69.65 for Oliver in his first quali run. Doing his second run right now. Into inside clip number 4 which he almost missed. Very, very wide, almost having a contact with that wall, but somehow he saved it and he get through last corner into the finish line. It's a 75.55 for his second run. And we have a next driver, which is Sylwester Andrzejewski. There, very wide. He was too fast before inside kill number 4, and that is why he's right now having double contact with the wall, and he's coming into the last corner and across the finish line. It's 67.8 in his first quali run. Second run. Some corrections there at the outside zone number 3. Through the wall. Some corrections there at the second wall and cutting a lot. That inside clip and across the finish line. It's a 72.8 in his second quali run. Right now we can see a guy named got a 0 in his first run. Now he's going with his second one. And that was it for his second quali run. It was 59.5 for his second run, and right now we can see David Silva doing his first quali run. Good job there. Oh, and that's a contact with a wall. So sadly for David, it is a 0 for the first run. So let's see David Silva's second run. Guys asking about the scores after today's qualification. All scores will be available at the Republic of Sim Racers website. So just shortly after qualification, we will refresh everything and you will see all the scores. And that was it for David Silva in his second quali run. So it is 77.8 for David Silva in his second run. 77.8. And the next driver we have is Evgeny Rozojnikov. But he's not on the entry list, so I guess we won't see him today. can see right now Evgeny during his quali run. And that will be definitely a 0 for his first one. That was his second quali run. And score was 59.5. The next driver we have is Jorge Montero, driving BMW E30. So it's 0 in his first quali run, and he has second attempt to make some score. The next driver, that is Jason McIntyre, doing his first quali run. Got 65 points for the first run, Jason McIntyre, goes with his second quali run. And this is 53 for his second run, and that was the last guy in today's qualification. So that's it for quali. So we're ending up here, and as I said before, all the results will be available shortly after today's qualification at Republic of Sim Racers website. So if you want to check where you're at, just go there after the quali. Be sure to join us tomorrow at the main event competition, and see you guys. Goodbye.